15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offense.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikunle Amosun.
Hello, welcome to Celebration Television News Desk. My name is Belly Squetta. Thanks for joining us. Now the news making the headlines. On the local scene, a street has been named after Apostle Johnson Suleiman. Yuletide, Edo government begins campaign against drug abuse. On the foreign scene, China to connect all township villages with paved roads by the end of 2019. On business news, fans bans protocol activities at airports. And on sports, Oshuala leads top footballers against celebrities. The news in full comes after the break. Welcome back. On the local scene, a street has been named after Apostle Johnson Suleiman. The president and founder of Omega Farm Ministries, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, who has backed so many honorary awards for his iconic philanthropic, humanitarian and selfless services, has received another honor of a street named after him just before Banex Junction in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. This he tweeted yesterday, the 19th of December 2019, and it reads, "So honored to have this street named after me today in Abuja, Nigeria, just before Banex Junction. Congratulations to the president of Omega Farm Ministries on that wonderful one." Still on the local scene, Yuletide Edo government begins campaign against drug abuse. As part of efforts by the Governor Godwin Obaseki-led administration to dissuade residents of the state from indulging in drug abuse, the Edo state government has commenced a massive sensitization campaign against the menace of drug and substance abuse. The campaign tagged "Stop Drug Abuse in Edo" kicked off with the launch of the anti-drug abuse billboard at the King Square in Benin City, the Edo state capital. Unveiling the billboard, Commissioner for Health and Chairman of Edo State Anti-Drug Abuse Committee, Dr. Patrick Okundia, described the timing of the program as apt, adding that they are approaching the end of the year and Christmas season when people are tempted to indulge in intake of substance to afford. Edo State Coordinator, National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, Itoa Esther, commended the effort of the governor and members of the committee for focusing on drug abuse in the state, noting that the campaign reiterates the government's efforts in tackling the menace. Still on the local scene, federal government declares public holidays for Christmas and New Year. The federal government has declared Wednesday, December 25th and Thursday, December 26th, 2019, as well as Wednesday, January 1st, 2020 as public holidays. The holidays are to commemorate Christmas, Boxing Day and New Year celebrations respectively. The Minister of Interior, Ogbeni Ralph Agbesola, made the declaration in a statement in Abuja on Wednesday by the ministry's Permanent Secretary Georgina Ehoria. While felicitating with Christians and all Nigerians at home and abroad, Agbesola enjoined all Christians to live within the virtues of the teachings of Jesus Christ, which hinged on compassion, patience, peace, humility, righteousness, and love for one another. He said those virtues will guarantee an atmosphere of peace and security in the country. Aregbesola also stated that the determination of the federal government to ensure an atmosphere of peace and security will attract foreign direct investments. This, he noted, would revitalize the economy and improve employment opportunities for teeming youths in the country. The minister assured Nigerians that the federal government under the President Muhammadu Buhari will make life more meaningful for all Nigerians. Now, lastly, on the local scene, court granted forfeiture of Shehu Yaradua's and other properties, says the ICPC. Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission said on Thursday it had secured a final forfeiture order against 25 Abuja properties belonging to the Shehu Yaradua's Foundation and 24 other registered entities. In March, the ICPC said it will seize the property of the foundation over tax evasion. A statement posted on the website of the Commission on Thursday said a Federal Capital Territory High Court sitting in Maitama and presided over by Honorable Justice Baba Yusuf ruled on an ex parte application filed by the ICPC granting it the order. The order obtained by the Commission against the properties is for their owners' alleged failure to pay their taxes as when due, for which the Federal Inland Revenue Service had prepared a schedule of tax obligation against them. These companies were among 29 entities that had been earlier approached with a net 8.6 billion naira tax liability, but they denied ownership of the property. For this reason, a complaint was submitted to the office of the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which was forwarded to the Commission for further action. Many of the forfeited properties are located in central highbrow areas of Abuja, such as Wuye, Jahi, Utako, Wuse, and Garki too. Coming up next is news from the foreign scene. We'll be right back.
A desirable moment of love, atmosphere graced with joy and merriment. Experience the beauty of His birth. Enjoy sweet melodies. Christmas carol service with Apostle and Dr. Lizzie Johnson Suleiman. 22nd of December 2019, and the time is 4 p.m. GMT+1 at the International Worship Center, Omega Fire Ministries, Auchi the State, Nigeria. For inquiry, call +234 806 464 6180. Come celebrate.
Welcome back on the foreign scene. China to connect all township villages with paved roads by the end of 2019. All Chinese townships and administrative villages are expected to be connected by asphalt or cement roads by the end of 2019. An official with the Ministry of Transport said. Spokesperson for the ministry, Shun Jingjiang, said that as at Sunday, spokesperson of the ministry, Sun Jingjiang, said that as of Sunday, there was only one township and only one administrative village in southwest China's Sichuan province that had yet to finish the construction of paved roads, which were expected to be completed by the end of the year. China has built or renovated over 2.3 million kilometers of asphalt and cement roads in township and villages since 2003, with total investment from the central government surpassing 612 billion yuan, about 87.46 billion US dollars. According to Sun, the total length of roads in China's rural areas has exceeded 4.04 million kilometers so far. The spokesperson added that as at the end of the year, November, 99.45% of the administrative villages and 99.64% of towns had already started enjoying regular bus services. Still from the foreign scene, huge US spending deal clears Congress heads to Trump. The United States Senate on Thursday passed a gigantic $1.4 trillion spending deal that pumps nearly $50 billion in extra funding into the federal agencies and prevent a holiday season government shutdown if President Donald Trump signed it as expected. The legislation, which easily passed in two parts in the Senate after clearing the House earlier this week, caps a flurry of year-end bipartisanship just a day after Trump became the third U.S. president ever to be impeached. The deal fulfilled spending requirements for the military that were sought by Republicans, as well as domestic projects prioritized by Democrats. It keeps the government running through the fiscal year, which ends on the September 30th. Bipartisan cooperation has made this possible. Senate Appropriation Committee Chairman Richard Shelby said in a statement, he said, "This package of appropriation bills include the resources for critical domestic priorities that our entire nation will benefit from receiving." The sprawling legislation includes a 3.1% increase in pay for members of the military and as a $22 billion jump in defense spending, the first time such funding has been allocated in 2 decades. The package repeals a series of unpopular taxes, including the Obamacare Cadillac tax on high-cost health insurance benefits, provides $1.5 billion in grants to help states respond to the opioid crisis, and allocates $425 million for election security. It also provides $1.375 billion to improve and build barrier and update the wall system along the US-Mexico border, a priority for the president. Now on business news, fan bans protocol activities at airports. The details of that news comes right after the break.
Glory be to the Lamb of God. How you end your year and get into the new year matters a lot. Join us in this all night long of basking in God's grace and glory. I invite you to Glory Night on the 31st of December from 9 p.m. till morning. We're going to spend time just worshiping God, thanking Him, and also making decrees into the new year. It's a good thing to watch us live, but if you can do your best, there is nothing like being in the atmosphere of that presence. 2020 promises to be outstanding. God has spoken so many prophetic words. Come and hear it directly. Come and hear it live. I'll see you in Glory Night.
Crossover Night. Glory Night with Apostle Johnson and Dr. Lizzie Suleiman.
Welcome back on Business News. Fan bans protocol activities at airports. The Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria on Wednesday banned individual and agency protocol activities at airports across the country. The General Manager Corporate Affairs of FAN, Mrs. Henrietta Yakubu, said the decision was in line with the federal government's policy on ease of doing business. She stated that apart from FAN protocol services and the designated Ministry of Foreign Affairs officers, no individual or agency would be allowed to escort passengers or conduct any type of protocol activity after immigration process for departing passengers and before immigration process for arriving passengers at the airport. She said, in the interest of our common safety and comfort, all passengers, agencies, and other stakeholders are requested to kindly align their airport activities accordingly. In a similar vein, passengers are also advised to please kindly desist from coming to the airport with groups of friends and relatives. Henrietta said the new directive from FAN was aimed at enhancing the safety, comfort and efficient facilitation of humans and vehicles tariffs at the airport. She said the agency was prepared for the usual surge in passenger traffic expected during the Christmas season. Yakubu added, in preparation for the season and beyond, we have beefed up security at all our airports, especially the major international gateway in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt and Kano. She urged passengers to cooperate with the agencies to ensure a hitch-free season. And now, lastly, on the business scene, allocation to federal government, states, local government drops by 66 billion naira. The Federation Account Allocation Committee on Wednesday allocated the sum of 635.82 billion naira to the 3 tiers of government as revenue for November. The allocation represents a decrease of 66.23 billion naira when compared to the 702 billion naira which the committee shared in October. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Finance, Mahmoud Issa Dutse, confirmed the distribution during a media briefing on the outcome of the committee's meeting. The meeting, which was held at the headquarters of the Ministry of Finance, was attended by commissioners of finance from the 36 states and representatives of revenue-generating agencies. Issa Dutse said that during the period, the statutory revenue generated was 491.8 billion naira, while value-added tax and foreign exchange equalization revenue was put at 53 billion naira. In addition, he said revenue that occurred from exchange gain was estimated at 785 million naira during the period. Given a breakdown of the allocation, he said after deducting the cost of collection, which is 16.27 billion naira, to the Federal Inland Revenue Service, the federal government received 267.8 billion naira. He also added that the state government got 172.5 billion naira, while local government received 129.97 billion naira. In addition, Issa Dutse said the sum of 49.12 billion naira was allocated to the oil-producing states based on the 13% derivation principle. He said the gross revenue of 491 billion naira received for the month was lower than the 596 billion naira received in the previous month by 104 billion naira. Revenues from companies, income tax, value-added tax, import duties, royalty, petroleum, profit tax all decreased significantly, while excise duties increased marginally. And now on sports news, Oshuala leads top footballer against celebrities. The details of that news comes right after the break.
Glory be to the Lamb of God. How you end your year and get into the new year matters a lot. Join us in this all night long of basking in God's grace and glory. I invite you to Glory Night on the 31st of December from 9 p.m. till morning. We're going to spend time just worshiping God, thanking Him, and also making decrees into the new year. It's a good thing to watch us live, but if you can do your best, there is nothing like being in the atmosphere of that presence. 2020 promises to be outstanding. God has spoken so many prophetic words. Come and hear it directly. Come and hear it live. See you in Glory Night.
Crossover Night. Glory Night with Apostle Johnson and Dr. Lizzie Suleiman.
Welcome back on Sports News. Oshoala leads top footballers against celebrities. Super Falcons captain Asisat Oshoala will on Tuesday lead Team Nigerian footballers against a Team Niger celebrity side at the Campus Mini Stadium in Lagos. Earlier, young female footballers from Oshoala's foundation will take on a selected side of players from the Nigerian's Women Professional League. Both events are sponsored by Reverend Mother Esther Ajayi, a sports philanthropist and the General Overseer of Love and Christ Generation Church in UK. Stars expected at the event are ex-Super Eagles striker Obafemi Martins, Nigerian legend Nwankwo Kanu, and Eagles captain Ahmed Musa. Togolese striker of Nigerian descent Emmanuel Adebayo is also expected to play a part in the game. Entertainment stars Ali Baba, Yor, AY Makun, Nedu, Brother Shaggy, Obasere and Ido West have confirmed their attendance for the event. Oshoala thanked Esther Ajayi for supporting her pet project, the Asisat Oshoala Foundation, and the yearly Asisat Oshoala Football for Girls Clinic. The clinic helped girls in Lagos Secondary School to achieve their dreams of engaging in football as a career. Still on sports news, FIFA ranking Nigeria ends 2019 as world's 31st. The Super Eagles ended their year 2019 static in 31st position in the latest FIFA World Ranking released on Thursday. Jonathan Roy men's gained a total of 1,493 points to retain their third position in Africa behind Senegal and Tunisia. The Terrigan Lions of Senegal, runner-up at the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations, rounded off the year as Africa's top-ranked team and 20th in the world, amassing 1,555 points. Tunisia, who lost in the third-place match to the Eagles at the 2019 AFCON, are 7th place below Senegal, but are the continent's second-best team after amassing 1,506 points. AFCON champions Algeria are 4th in Africa and 35th in the world, with Morocco complete the top 5 in Africa but are placed 43 in the world. Belgium hold on to the top spot in a December table, barely impacted by just 19 friendlies but with 1,082 international. A match in all-time high since the ranking 1,993 inception have already been placed. Now the world champions France and Brazil also remained in the second and third, the positions they held in December 2018, but the makeup of the top 5 has changed, with England climbing 1 place to reach 4th and Uruguay moving up to the 5th position on the back of a 2-spot rise. Argentina 9th position and Colombia 10th have also entered the top 10 at the expense of Switzerland, which is 12th, and Denmark 16th, who slide 4 and 6 places respectively over the course of the year. And now lastly on sports news, FIFA bans former Panama Federation presidents for life. World football ruling body FIFA on Thursday banned the former president of the Panamanian Football Federation, Ariel Alvarado, for life after finding him guilty of bribery. FIFA also fined him 500,000 Swiss francs, which is 390,821 pounds. Alvarado was investigated in relation to matches organized by the Panamanian Football Association. The investigation was also related to contracts for Confederation of North, Central American and Caribbean Associations Football, CONCACAF. media and marking rights between 2009 and 2011. The adjudicatory chamber of FIFA Independent Ethics Commission said it had imposed the ban on Alvarado with immediate effect. Now, before we get the recap of the news headlines on Celebration TV, let's take a look at the weekend fixtures. Alright, that's what we have for you on Celebration Television News Desk today, and if you're just joining us, here is a recap of the news making the headlines. On the local scene, a street has been named after Apostle Johnson Suleiman. Yuletide, Edo government begins campaign against drug abuse. On the foreign scene, China to connect all township villages with paved roads by end of 2019. On business news, fan bans protocol activities at airports. And on sports, Oshuala leads top footballers against celebrities. You can also follow us, do well to follow us on any of our social media platforms to catch up with all our programs on Celebration TV. On Facebook, we are Celebration TV. On Instagram, we are My Celebration TV. On Twitter, we are at My Celebration TV. And on YouTube, it's www.youtube.com/Celebration TV. My name is Belly Squeta. You have a great weekend. Thank you.
To 15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing INT'L of committing a gross offense.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikunle Amosun.
Jesus releasing destinies. This is Celebration TV. Reveal